come back with results, or we're done.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 things you didn't know about the Owl House.
The art style of the show, it's very much based off of the art of Remedios Varo, Hieronymus Bosch, and John Bauer.
For this list, we'll be looking at the coolest tidbits and behind-the-scenes info about the cartoon. Beware of minor spoilers ahead, fellow witches. Before we get started, leave any interesting facts you know about the Owl House in the comments below. Number 10. The inclusivity doesn't stop at Amity. When the Owl House first premiered, all of us were super stoked that Disney Channel would finally feature a show with LGBTQ+ characters in its main cast, and a same-sex relationship at the forefront.
Amity Blight, do you want to go out with me? Yes! Okay!
We probably should have expected it from Dana Terrace, but the representation goes beyond just this. Willow's fathers, for example, were a pleasant surprise.
We're quitting our jobs to homeschool you.
And we'll spend all our free time having fun as a family.
See you at First Light for a test on the, life cycle of a common swamp toad.
Ida's love interest, Rain Whispers, who's non-binary, is perhaps even more of a step in the right direction.
I don't know who you are, but you are a riot.
Representation is clearly just as important off-screen as it is on, because the voice talents, more often than not, correspond with the nationality of their characters. Importantly, Rain's voice actor, Avi Roque, is also non-binary.
I'm Ida Clawthorne.
Rain Whispers.
This is a show with intersectionality at its heart, and we're here for every second of it. Number 9. Dana Terrace also voice acts. It's pretty well known that Alex Hirsch voiced a large chunk of the major cast in Gravity Falls, and it seems Dana Terrace has taken up a few of his habits.
Oh, what?
Admittedly, it's not uncommon for creators of cartoons to provide voices for minor or one-off characters, but Terrace actually has a self-insert caricature in her show, who goes by the name of Tinella Noza, or Tiny Nose.
Tinella Nosa? She's had a name this whole time?
In addition to voicing Tiny Nose, Terrace can be heard as ex-Coven Scout, Severine, and Young King.
I followed all your notes.
Well, he was still able to see through your shoddy performance. So maybe you should have figured out the note inside the note.
While Hirsch's vocal chops can reach impressively high levels, we imagine there are limits. For King's squeak of rage, look no further than the series' creator herself. Number 8. The secrets and Easter eggs. If you're an avid watcher of Disney cartoons, there's a good chance you've spotted a few Easter eggs scattered throughout the different shows.
What? Where?
The Owl House is certainly no stranger to these hidden gems. Here are a few of our favorites. In the series intro, King's sequence sees him standing amid a mountain of stuffies. Among them is the protagonist from the video game Hollow Knight, and the snail from Adventure Time. A few Amphibia references can also be spotted in several episodes of the series, and of course, there are plenty of Gravity Falls Easter eggs to find, some of which have led to a fan theory about Gravity Falls' Grunkle Stan and Ida possibly having dated in the past. Honestly, we ship it.
Hey, that's actually good.
Number 7. The world design is heavily inspired by Hieronymus Bosch. When it comes to the art style of the show, Terrace has credited a few different people she drew influence from, including Hieronymus Bosch, Remedios Varo, and John Bauer.
The Owl House began as an experiment to see if I could turn the grim designs of Hieronymus Bosch into a fun cartoon for kids.
Looking through any of the works from these artists reveals exactly what we love about the world design of the Owl House. It's definitely unsettling and unequivocally creepy, but there's also a lot of cuteness and charm to not only the Boiling Isles, but also its inhabitants. Hieronymus Bosch, Remedios Varo, and John Bauer use certain techniques to create a sense of eeriness in their pieces, and it's definitely something we see replicated in Terrace's work.
When I was trying to figure out what kind of show I wanted to make, I look back to those artists and they reminded me what I loved about art. How creepy you can make things, but also with certain design techniques.
Number 6. Success, revenge, etc.
Do you know what it's like to have no one take you seriously?
Although the Owl House is something Terrace had been working on for years, there was a point where a colleague really discouraged her from doing so, and from writing in general. Apparently, her coworker thought the story was, quote, a dumb idea. Disney must have disagreed.
I don't think that's such a good...
Double glyph combo, go!
This is a great reminder not to let the judgments of others cloud your ambitions. In fact, spite can be a great motivator, as Terrace proves.
Do not underestimate me, Gildersnake.
While revenge certainly isn't the foundation of this show, it is nice knowing that some, witch out there was proved wrong.
Hooray! Let's get this little guy home.
Number 5. Bartholomew and Steve are half-brothers.
I know you. You're Steve from Lilith's party. Shouldn't you be like kissing the Emperor's butt right now?
Probably.
Season 2's Oh Titan, Where Are Thou storyline brought forth the character development we'd all been waiting for. Steve had been a background masked Coven Scout for far too long. This episode gave us not only a face reveal, but also some much-needed personality, not to mention the bonding time with King.
I don't want people to see me as a big scary monster anymore.
Me neither.
After it aired, clever fans began to theorize that maybe Steve was actually Bartholomew's unnamed older brother. All this based off a similar haircut, no less.
Any questions? Our newest member, Bartholomew.
It turned out to be true, with Terrace herself taking to Twitter soon after to confirm the theory. She also explained that there was actually a whole storyline planned out for them that unfortunately had to be cut due to time constraints.
Bartholomew, you aren't alone. You have a place here, in the HAS.
You're not
We
alone.
admire your honesty.
You're one of us.
Number 4. The glyph system. While we haven't yet learned all the intricacies of the glyph system, it's clear that Terrace has put a lot of thought into it.
You can make all these and more with glyph magic.
There's a whole Reddit thread theorizing about exactly how it works, and a few users have come to the conclusion that glyphs are essentially sigils of interwoven alchemical symbols.
There's a pattern in the spell circle.
What? Where?
This is not only super creative, but makes a ton of sense if we're thinking about the logistics of spellcasting.
I don't think that's such a good...
Double glyph combo, go! Oh, dang. I was hoping for more of an ice blast situation.
Luce, of course, has had to uncover these glyphs in order to do magic in the first place, but as we know from the episode The Intruder, all witches are constantly unconsciously autofilling their casting circles with these sigils too.
Oh my gosh. I just did magic. I just did magic!
Number 3. The hidden messages.
I found something magical. I'm gonna put my face in it.
Gravity Falls was known for its ciphers and puzzles, but the Owl House has its fair share of hidden messages too. For starters, the first letter of each episode title in the first season spells out a witch loses a true way. This is a motif that continues on to the second season, with the new message reading, Seek the key, fear the lock. A secret language lurking in the background of episodes is also a thing in the show, and if you're used to the ciphers in Gravity Falls, be aware that these are just a little different.
Ooh, let me see.
Instead of each letter translating to a letter of the English alphabet, each rune is actually converted to a phonetic sound. It's pretty awesome. Number 2. Discrimination doesn't exist on the Boiling Isles. There are a lot of things wrong with society on the Boiling Isles. Thanks, Emperor Bellows. But it comes as a nice surprise that the prejudice in our world doesn't translate to this one. Amity's mom, for example, despite being terrible in so many ways, is never homophobic. She's not upset her daughter has a girlfriend, so much that she's upset about who that girlfriend happens to be.
Hush, brat. Don't you talk to my girlfriend like that! Girlfriend? Oh, no, that won't do. We'll find you a new girlfriend, someone who's not on wanted posters everywhere.
Similarly, even when Rain is antagonized by others, their correct pronouns are always used.
So, I heard there's this one kid who's been coming here for years.
Yeah, that's Rain, my classmate. Somehow they always have the best juice.
While showcasing LGBTQ+ stories where characters face homophobia, transphobia, and other discrimination is often both necessary and realistic, it's refreshing to see queer characters live in a world where they simply exist as who they are, without any of the retaliation they too frequently face in our world.
Not everybody's great, but not everyone's bad either, you know?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Luce's first text to Amity. Before we knew how to read them, the text says, "You are pretty."
You got it.
There was supposed to be a beach episode before season 3 was shortened. We were robbed.
Are you sure you want to do this for a stuffed toy? Wouldn't you rather, I don't know, have a beach day?
Maybe if we had time for 20 more adventures, but we don't.
Hootie's voice. It was born from Alex Hirsch's best Mickey impression.
Is there hair in places? Does your voice crack in a super embarrassing way? I have the answers you seek. You're going through demon puberty!
Luce is ambidextrous. She can be seen in several episodes writing and casting spells with either hand.
Magic is a gift from the island. It means... magic is everywhere.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The new character designs pay homage to the OG look of the show.
I guess you don't want in on the t-shirt order, huh?
When the Owl House was still in its conception stages, things looked very different.
Now this...
The beta design saw Luce in a beanie and a striped purple and white tee for one. Amity had longer hair. And Willow seems like an entirely different character altogether. Hunter, notably, seems to have gone through more than a few makeovers, both in terms of his role in the show and his appearance. If these designs are starting to look a little familiar, it's for good reason. Season 3 has given Luce that same striped tee and beanie, and both Amity and Hunter have gotten hair changes that are a little closer to their original styles. So what's the verdict? Do we like their updated looks? Let us know down below.
Okay, bye!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.